Thank you, Bill. Our March SAMA meeting, which this month is kindly sponsored by Toyota Motor Sales and the Southeast Toyota Distributors. So a big thanks to them, and we'll be listening to them shortly. I'll be inviting Christy Caliendo up here to introduce the rest of her team today. Few things just to bring up, talking SAMA business here for a couple minutes. I think, well, Paul, you're closest. Let's start with you. Give us an update, please, on Topless.
Hello, way out there. Well, we have, I believe, at the last meeting, I announced that the dates for Topless was May 20th, the 22nd, the 21st would be the judging date. That has changed. We have moved it back to 2 weeks to June 3rd, 4th, and 5th. June 4th will be the date for the judging and the awards dinner and all that. We'll put that out on the website and also have it in the invitations. The other thing is that, and very good news, we picked up a title sponsor. The people from Hearts have kicked up their ante, and from now it will be Topless in Miami, presented by Hearts. We felt that they were a very suitable sponsor for us because they're neutral as far as any car manufacturer, and they are very involved in the business, and they have been very supportive of us for the past 2 years, maybe 3 years, I can't remember. That's it.
Good morning, everybody. Just wanted to remind everybody for the summer memberships, if you're here and you've not paid your dues, please see me afterwards. Everybody's been really well, actually. This year's been the best year so far, but we still have a couple of stragglers. So if you're here present and you have some money, please see me afterwards and make sure we take care of that. We do have 2 new members. They're not here today, but they'll be coming at the next meeting. And it is, some of you might know him, Gregory Fink. He was with us a couple of years ago. He was working for a newspaper for Gainesville, University of Gainesville, Florida. He's now with AutoNation, and AutoNation has now a website, and he's actually going to be writing on this website and doing his article and so forth. So he's going to join us. He's a new member. He'll be here next month. And then we have some a good friend of ours that some of you might know him, KC Kemmel Saraseta. You can remember from many, many years ago. He's back. He's got the Auto Trade News, his newspaper. He's gone full-blown with the newspaper, and he sent his money, his fees to join us, so obviously he's been approved. So that's the number. Thank you. Thank you, Bill.
Okay, I've just got a couple of things to say, one of which I want to welcome Kelly Boyd, who is up from the Homestead Miami Speedway, one of our partners. You know, some of us complain about driving 10 miles for lunch. Well, Kelly came all the way up from the Speedway, so outstanding effort. Thank you so much for joining us. And as I'm talking about the Speedway, I had mentioned to our membership that I've been trying to work with them because they really are the indispensable part of our Rides and Smiles Day. And a number of our manufacturers had expressed interest and hopes of getting the date moved to make it easier to get press vehicles down there. Thanks to the Speedway, this has happened. So this year, we actually aren't having a Rides and Smiles because it's going to be moved from November through until February 26th, I believe, is the date. So we will be doing that once again a little later in the year, which should really facilitate it for the manufacturers. There were a couple last year that just weren't even able to get us vehicles because of the timing of such with the Miami International Auto Show and then NASCAR, and it just tended to be a real crunch. So that should make it a lot easier. So we're going to be doing that in February, which, that's amazing, going to be our 9th Rides and Smiles, which is just kind of remarkable. I'm so happy that this has grown to the extent that it has. And then the day before, we're going to be doing the car show once again at the Homestead Air Force Base, which will be the show for the military, strictly for the military. And that was so good last year that I wanted to try and carry over this idea of a vehicle versus jet. That it was fun last year, even though we all got soaked, and it was a great day, and everybody was happy. The road and track people were over the moon, overjoyed at what took place. They loved it. And last week, I was out at Circuit of the Americas, the U.S. Grand Prix track in Austin, Texas. Can't talk very well. It must be affected by Paul. Riding their new BMW 1000RR motorcycle, which is, good Lord, it's a rocket on two wheels. And speaking with the BMW guy out there, and I broached the idea to him, and I said, well, you know, we did a car versus a jet last year. Would you be interested? And it was a yes. So BMW motorcycles are going to be racing the jet in February of next year. They're bringing over one of their Grand Prix riders. The guy was at the track, and he came over and he goes, absolutely, not only will I do this and I'm excited to do it, but when you speak to the people at the base, let me offer, I'm going to give them, if they want, a half-day course on the safety on motorcycles. So this is going to drop right into the laps of the Air Force, and they're going to love this because now we've got a world-class champion, literally a champion, who's going to be talking to the men and women on the base who currently ride motorcycles. So wonderful. I think this is all going together really well, and I'm very excited that that's taking place. That's about it for our Salmon News. I'm really pleased to see so many members make the trek up here for this luncheon, which is wonderful. And now if I can introduce Christy Caliendo, who in turn will introduce her team, teach us and educate us more about Toyota and a number of interesting things. So Christy, thank you so much for coming up today.
As he was just saying, we really appreciate you guys making the big trek to Fort Lauderdale. We know most of you are in Miami, so we just thought this would be such a cool venue to not only have the lunch, but then, you know, we've got this beautiful view, and you guys can walk around the floor afterwards and check out all the, of course, namely Toyota, but all the other manufacturers as well. But we, first and foremost, we just wanted to give you something new and different today. So instead of doing one of our product overviews on one of our exciting vehicles, we are talking about our accessories in the Southeast. And to introduce my team real quick, I have my partner in crime, who most of you know, Shiva Munn, Sarah Barber from our marketing department, Brian Fermetta, one of our area sales trainers, who will actually be available if anyone needs any bilingual on-camera interviews. He can do, you know, he can talk product. So he's in the back. I think a lot of you know him. And then our accessories team, we've got Christina Suarez and Andy Eckers, our Vice President of Distribution and Accessories. And Andy, if you want to come up, I'm actually going to turn all the lights off again so you can see our presentation. But we're all here to answer any of your questions afterwards. And on behalf of Toyota and Southeast Toyota Distributors, we're just excited to see you guys all here today.